Charging me for something extra that never existed? Fine, I'll pretend like it did. I was using a storage company to keep my stuff over the summer, and they already fudged up the first part of the delivery, so I wasn't having high hopes for the time when I was supposed to get my stuff back. I had sent 7 boxes to the company but received a quote for 8 boxes instead, and the surplus they charged on it was quite a lot. I wrote to them asking why there's this extra box, and they never replied to me to say that they'd look into it or to cancel the charges for the 8th box that didn't exist. I called them every week, and the line was bogged up every time, and emailed them near every day because the situation was just so stressful. They kept saying the extra charge was because I stored an extra box and they can't do anything about it, despite me being explicitly clear in all my correspondence that there was no 8th box. Now that they've asked for confirmation that I received all my boxes, I said that after 2 months, I still haven't received the final box. I got my delivery charges refunded as a goodwill gesture. Not that I would go back to them ever, but the satisfaction now lies in the idea they are tramping around the warehouse trying to find a box that doesn't exist. If they still haven't found the non-existent box by month 3, I might just as well demand reimbursement for no loss on my part. Aside from the extreme annoyance I suffered throughout this unpleasant ordeal. Edit. I'm so happy that there are people who can find catharsis in unfortunate situations like this. It almost makes the stress of losing money to a faceless corporation worth it. On a side note, I really enjoyed you guys guessing what would be in the 8th box. I also am eager to know what it would be. Edit 2. Added clarity. Edit 3. I have no intention of committing insurance fraud. Plot twist: you get an 8th box. Can't find the last box? Darn. And that was the box with my Crudgerand collection. Well, if you can't find it, I guess we should just report it to your insurance company. So, what's in the non-existent 8th box? Grandpa's war medals? HDD with your Bitcoin wallet on it? Beanie Baby collection? Oh, this reminds me of a story of my own. Back in the late 90s, I worked at a company where we had co-located a host in a local data center. Now there were various issues with this company, so we removed the server from the data center and canceled the contract. 3 months later they call looking for money on that canceled contract. We told them they could keep the server to cover the missing payments. A while back they called saying they couldn't find the server. We were like, not surprising, you have been terrible about everything around hosting servers. They might still be looking for that server to this day. Not quite the same thing. But before I bought my house, it was rented out, and the rental was managed by some management company. Moving day comes, and the house was still full of furniture. It was rented as a furnished unit. Legally, that furniture was mine, but they begged to have an extra day to get the furniture out. So I let them. When I finally moved in, there was still a washer and dryer. So I called them to come and get their stuff, and they said, "No, there's no washer and dryer in there." I said, "I'm looking at it right now." And the woman on the phone insisted that I was mistaken, and that they had taken the with D when they got the other stuff. Long story short, my house came with a free washer and dryer. I fully expected to get a call one day asking for them back, but that day never came. I love this. I once had difficulty getting a contractor to remove a lockbox and return my key from a public stair railing in my condo complex. I was being harassed by the complex management to have the box removed, and I also wanted my key back. The contractor kept saying they were going to come and retrieve the box and give me back my key, and then they kept not showing up while I was waiting at home for them. After a couple of months, they stopped returning my calls. They had also refused to tell me the combination. I suspect they had forgotten the combination. I spent an entire Saturday morning sitting on the step drinking coffee and trying combinations. I assumed that they had probably used someone's birth year. So I started at 1900 and worked my way up. I eventually got it open, got my spare key, and removed the lockbox, which I later donated to a charity. I then called the contractor and left a message thanking them for finally coming and removing the lockbox, and said that they could throw away the key as I had changed my locks. I'd insist they refund every charge for the 8th box. After watching the movie 7, I'll never look in an unknown box again. One of our boxes was lost during a move. I had meticulously documented all contents of all the boxes and knew exactly what was in the missing box. The removalist company were not much help and told us to put in a claim with our insurance company. We decided it wasn't worth the excess to put in a claim, so just accepted the loss. Weeks later, the removalist company contacted us and said they were dropping off a box for us. It wasn't our box, but while they were looking for ours, they found someone else's box, full of books, and thought we might like it, because you had lots of books. So I got to enjoy reading some new books, and someone else got my teapot. Oh no, they lost your box of iPads? Oh well, guess they will just have to refund them. I really enjoyed you guys guessing what would be in the 8th box. I also am eager to know what it would be. If they ask me what was in it, I would probably say college textbooks, since they're one of the most expensive things per unit of space. And it's a totally believable answer. It contained the 7 other boxes. I got a museum shipment mixed in with my stored household goods. It wasn't insanely valuable, but it was an original watercolor by a somewhat well-known artist. We contacted the museum it was being shipped to. Had been on loan somewhere. I think it took almost 2 years for someone to finally take it back. Nobody seemed that bothered. Years ago, when my kid was small, I ordered a platform bed from a very large family-owned company that treats their employees poorly. The bed was several $100s and shipped in 2 packages, which arrived on time and in good condition. The boxes were apparently tracked as 2 completely different items, with the total price split between them. When we picked up the 2 boxes, only one box was scanned as delivered by the store, and I received an email confirming delivery of that single box. Over the next couple of weeks, I kept getting emails reminding me to pick up the 2nd box, which I ignored since we'd completely assembled the bed with no missing pieces. I finally got an email saying they'd refunded the purchase price of the 2nd box since I didn't pick it up, so I got the bed for half price because of their processing mistake. Edit. Typo. Too bad that 8th box had a stack of Action Comics #1s in it. Not fraud if you just ask questions. You charged me for storing and shipping 8 boxes. You only shipped me 7 boxes. What are you going to do to make this right? Quote. Curious how you landed on college textbooks. I would have gone with computer CPUs or some other high-end electronics unless that wasn't allowed. The box contained 4 iPhones, 6 iPads, 9 CPUs, etc. Nice. No winning for them here. What's in the box? Pain. Where is my Gom Jabbar? I'm sorry, but I seriously doubt they're trying all that hard to find that last box. Good job. Were the waived delivery charges more than the extra charge?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.